And here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to this lovely new stream. And I just realized I forgot to update today's streaming title. Bum bum bum. That's how you start a wonderful stream. Here we
We're
go.
improving. We are still improving,
Yep.
Ryan. No worries.
Improving, kicking out amateurs. Like after formally reapplying to my position as co-pilot of the stream, I already fuck up things. That's lovely. Yeah, hello everybody. Welcome back to our next episode of our Devlog. Not only talking about Tidal Rush, playing Tidal Rush, but also our second format of the week, which is Meet the Team. And once again, we have a dude in here. If you have been part of the last stream, you might already know him if you've never been part of the stream or not, at least in the last episode. On Tuesday, we're gonna introduce him today. He is our most famous lead developer. He is our most active chat user, and he has the best old school console setup on the planet. Welcome, Devlatron, aka Tom, to this stream. Lovely to have you
Hi,
on the
chat. Good morning, good day, good evening, wherever you are.
wherever you sit. So lovely to have you on the chat. We had a wonderful episode last time.
I saw.
You have definitely been there. I agree. Yeah, we had a wonderful session. We talked a bit about our ambitions to go for Twitch affiliate status, which we finally managed to acquire. So if you notice maybe a little difference on the chat, we have now unlocked channel bits, channel points, and all the shebang. But to be fair,
Crazy.
hold your horses. I haven't configured anything in super minute detail yet. So I'm still gonna do that. Probably that is gonna be my homework for the weekend. So collecting all the most amazing custom emojis from Rosie that I can find and smash them into this channel. So you have something to subscribe for. You have some nice collections for, or a nice collection for emotes and all the other cool viewer rewards that we can think of. So like I said, today is another episode of Meet the Team. We're going to talk a bit about what happened in the last couple of days. And I think especially you, Tom, had an insanely stressful time of the last days. But before we head right into this, would you like to tell our chat a little bit about yourself? Who are you? I mean, I said you're the lead developer, but what does that mean?
Yeah, so who am I? I'm usually commonly called the tech dude. So my first answer to basically anything is, have you tried turning it off and on again? So my handle's Devlatron. I'm 47. I'm from Germany. And I've been in IT industry since the early 90s and in gaming mid 90s kind of. I don't know if we saw it. I don't have it right now, but I posted a picture of the first game I ever made. I barely knew how to speak English/German, and it was actually a printout from a needle printer back then. It was a text adventure I built on an Apple II.
I was that close to put it on the stream, but I didn't do so. I didn't want to
Yeah.
embarrass you.
No. That's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. I would have posted more of it, but it's been lost to time. So yeah, that's so who I am and what I do. And my job at Shiny is more or less keeping all of the backend stuff and the server stuff from the actual developers that build the game. So
And
I
keep it
check
from
the
falling
servers,
apart.
do the emails, die to obscure bugs that cause me to connect to several different servers and check out things. So if you've ever seen that one guy on the Matrix where he looks at the screen all going with the
All
green
those
screens and
numbers.
stuff, yeah, that's kind of how it looks. Yeah, but it's nothing mystique about it. It's just experience that I've gathered over a lot of years, from small projects to big projects. And after skipping a while from gaming, I turned up here.
That's awesome. I think it's also a funny story how actually it turned out that you are part of Shiny. Because I can tell you maybe the story before you tell the story. So back in the days, the original founders team, there was one guy who needed to leave due to some private and health reasons. And so actually, Shiny was very close to being shut down because without a very good tech dude, Ronnie and I, we cannot run the company because, okay, we know business stuff, but we do not know tech stuff, especially about gaming. And
Not at
yeah,
all.
we thought about, okay, actually, it's going to be finding a needle in the hay. But it turns out that the needle found us. And yeah, that's actually how we met. Maybe you can tell a bit about that story.
Okay, so do you want the short, the middle, or the long version?
We
I
have
would
pr-
say something in between short and mid, right?
Okay.
we have
Maybe.
plenty of time, and I think people are intrigued to know. I mean, otherwise,
Yeah.
Okay,
tell us
that's
in the
cool.
chat if you're not intrigued. If you don't want to hear anything about Tom, we shut him off
It's
right now.
actually, yeah, just exclamation mark kick and
Yeah.
give it. Yeah, so, okay, long story turned mid to short. I took a sabbatical for a year because I just wasn't feeling games anymore and just did some stuff, get mental health back together. And sooner or later in Germany, there's these people that come up to you and go like, well, you should look for a new job.
Mhm.
So these very kind people that gave me also quite a little bit of money over the year I took the sabbatical kindly requested that I apply for jobs they sent me. And if you know anything about Germany and sabbaticals and unemployment, it's not really fun, and they kind of try to treat you not so good. So I started looking out for myself, and I got mails that I usually consider spam, which are LinkedIn mails and recommendations for jobs. And there was this job for a game developer at some Berlin company I have never heard of and had never seen. And for some unbeknownst reason, the first time in my life, I clicked on a link in a LinkedIn email. And I looked at what you were doing back then, and I thought, like, well, let's just go. Did my research and background and thought, oh, they're not only looking for a game developer, they're also looking for a co-founder slash CTO slash whatchamacallit. Yep.
And
And
since then, I would
11
say
months later, here we are.
your presence was a blessing. I would say personally,
Yeah.
that's my personal comment of the
Yeah.
day. I would say.
So very proud also that actually we are the first job after a sabbatical,
Yeah.
and that you considered us to build an awesome game. And
The question is,
and
who wrote that LinkedIn post that you clicked on? Was it me or was it Rosie?
maybe it was destiny or God. I don't know, something like this.
So it literally wasn't a post. It was just this tiny one-liner things to look at. And then there was a link. It didn't even say Shiny or game developer. It just said, click here. And in the US, you call it a random happenstance that happened.
Nice. Lucky us, I would say, because I don't know if you mentioned it, but we were stuck at that time very, very heavily in one of the I would say most extensive conversations we had and debates in
Oh yeah,
all of the history of Shiny.
That was kind of stressful.
Which is
awful.
what goddamn game engine are we using to build this game? And we were stuck for ages and weeks over and over again. And maybe some other members from our team are also in the stream currently watching it and can confirm that. We were rotating and turning around in circles around the question: are we gonna go for Unity? Are we gonna go for Unreal Engine? Both obviously vastly useful in many different ways, and also have their challenges and special obstacles, I would say, if you develop games with them. Yeah, and we couldn't really get out of it since we didn't have any like super experienced technical lead programming guy who could just go there and say like, okay, what's the challenges ahead? What's the game gonna be like? What's the features you basically game is gonna be have, and what game engine is gonna fit that need the best. And you, in a couple of days, I would say, you were able to lead that conversation through the right direction, which gave us actually a warm, fuzzy feeling of like, oh, we've got someone here on the line who really is going to help us
Is
to bring this
experienced.
company into a bright future, to steer it into the right future, to put it in that
But
term.
I would also say next to this, I was very overwhelmed by how fast we can ship, because next to the conversation about the engine, Tom also, I would say, set up an awesome build pipeline, which enabled us to ship on a daily basis. So we can try out every day what's new in the game. And that's kind of crazy, because not only that we are actually building stuff only for PC, but also for the other platforms. And when I'm looking back into the older days, when we were stuck in that very long game jam, compared to today, it's kind of crazy how the company runs, and that's kind of cool to see actually how fast we can iterate stuff.
Absolutely. And to prove that we can iterate actually very, very quickly, we mentioned the last time that we are still working on Grand Prix mode and tournament mode, and it's coming very, very soon. And I don't want to promise too much. And I know, Tom, you're probably going to hate me for that, but I can tell you, people out there sitting in front of your screens or smartphones or whatever device, I hope and I pray to Tom and to God that we might be able to release Grand Prix mode and 2 new tracks somewhere next week. And I'm super sorry for saying that and announcing that, Tom, but
Pressure.
don't blame me, don't hate me if it doesn't happen. Maybe it happens the week after, but we are very, very close, everyone, and we're super proud of it. We actually had a first proper session today with the new 2 tracks in.
Which is not gonna getting counted, because the last track, because
Yeah, Rosie's a bit offended
actually,
about that.
yeah, because actually I was in lead for 2 tracks, and then the last one, I think we messed up the checkpoints a bit. So the first lap wasn't counted for me, and I was stuck in like the first and the second lap, like for a couple laps. And so I was overcome by another. I also really say, okay, Phil is a very good driver, but I would say
Yes.
when it's finally done and released, then we can have like a proper Grand Prix. And I'm also going to spoil that we are also having a Grand Prix live on Twitch with the team. And also, if you want to join you folks, just to share the competition. And also, I think Ronnie wants to show you how to drive.
Absolutely, I can't wait for it. I'm waiting for this feature now since a little bit, and I'm super excited and super stoked that it's finally there. The first round we had today, just testing if the build is stable, if multiplayer plays along with it, and it just confirms what an amazing job the tech team is doing on our end. Not only the tech team, but like the entire team, but especially the tech team, because multiplayer is and was stable from day one, basically, as we introduced it. And Grand Prix
Let
also
me
works like a
pick up
charm.
on that one.
Sure, go for it.
Actually, so because a lot of things. So I'm not going to be mad at you about releasing or promising something early. That's going to be chat, not me. So, and I am one of the guys that I want to ship as early. I don't really think it's a bad thing to ship something broken, because it gets it into the hands of important people, and that's the players.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I've learned over 20 years how it's going to go. So when I came here, it was we need to ship fast.
Yeah.
Maybe not only to the whole community of players, but to you guys or to the team, which are also kind of a type of consumer. And I think us playing this game every day, unless I somehow screw up and destroy the entire build infrastructure,
Which,
having
as a
daily
comment on the
builds,
sideline, you didn't do. It was not your fault. At least as far as I know until now, it was not your fault. But we talk
Yeah.
about that in a few seconds.
We'll talk about that in a sec. Yeah, right. So, and I really think, especially with our team, the people picking up on this, like we have people that tell me that the 3-day build 3 days ago is old. Have you ever heard that in another company?
I've been in many software companies and I've never heard that in my life.
People
I'm
actually
used to play
complain.
with builds like 2 weeks
Yeah.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
at least.
I think that's where we're going the right path. And hopefully, once we get out of the tech demo stage,
Mhm.
we're going to ship just as fast to the chat and the end player at that time. Going to be difficult, going to be a lot of stuff we need to take care of to get there, but we will get there. And yeah, and then have a lot of fun playing a game that we've
Oh, definitely.
have a lot of fun playing a game. Must have been
Definitely.
around about 11 months ago we started the first Unity build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere around
I'd say
about
so,
that.
yeah.
So
And we've made a lot of progress until then. So said this in the last stream as well, and a couple of times now that we withdraw our participation interest in the Steam Next Fest. We're currently like rescoping and replanning a little bit of what we're doing next, because obviously a lot needs to happen over the next couple of months, because the next Steam Fest is already looking upon or up the horizon, which is probably going to be in February, somewhere mid of February, I assume. I don't know
I think
the
so,
exact dates yet, but that's going to happen very, very soon. So we need to have something in place. We're currently planning and discussing not only what we're going to showcase in the demo there, and I can tell you that what we're going to showcase in the Steam Next Fest is probably going to be very, very similar to the tech demo that you can play. If you follow the tech demo, if you update the latest builds, then you're basically going to be on track. Maybe we have some secrets in our pockets that we're going to show later on, but it will be very close to the tech demo we are currently building. And I've already, once again, I always say it in every stream multiple times, and I'm still going to do it. If you want to join our play sessions later today, I once again posted the download link and pinned it to the top of the chat. So download the demo if you want to join.
I do not want to disrupt you, but
But
it
you
seems
did.
like that the chat is only available for subscribers.
Wait, what? That is
what
not
did you
for
do?
followers.
I didn't do anything. Wait,
Yeah,
you
a
go.
second.
already dollar signs there in your eyes.
So it's,
There you go.
So it says for
Sorry for
me,
that one.
subscribers only chat disabled. Why is the
Yeah,
chat?
I just did.
Oh, you just did.
Being the mod.
Being the mod that you
There it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm super sorry to exclude everyone. So
Yeah, but guys, but that's Ronnie. That's Ronnie.
that's the very, very new, freshly unlocked affiliate mode that just torpedoed our stream. I'm super sorry, everyone out there, for blocking you. I was already wondering why the chat is so awfully quiet today. Yeah, so welcome everyone once again. And I can see Patrick McBuckfix, I can see XKKK being in the stream. Welcome everyone. Super sorry for excluding you. That was not on purpose. I promise. I checked the settings on the new Twitch affiliate status, which we just won. And Phil did not win the cup.
Yeah.
I would say I have a different opinion on that, but let's find out later.
Or it's going to be a hot conversation.
That's going to be an insider for a while. I own the cup. Okay, so welcome to the chat, everybody. I don't know why it was set to chat to subscribers only, but I definitely did change that or switch that offline. I don't know what happened. But now I can say it again, once again, downloading the tech demo. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. It should be pinned now, hopefully. Otherwise, tell me, and I will, or one of my lovely mods will post the Steam download link once again in a couple of minutes.
One question, Ronnie, regarding using those commands.
Yes.
Is it normal that the chat also can see the commands when you're writing them?
Yes, that is normal.
Okay.
Because the idea of these commands is also that people notice what you can actually do and what these commands do. So we have told that a couple of times now. I've not properly mentioned it, so I'm going to do it now. Not only that we have affiliate status, not only that we have reached 400 wishlists on Steam, yay, and we're super excited about that. We have also now a new member of the chat, and a very machine-like member of the chat joining us, which is our Nightbot integration. and I've started to set some things up to allow each and every one of us, the moderators a little bit more, but the regular user can also do some chat commands. So if you type !commands, you will see a list of commands that you can use in the chat and in the stream to interact with us. There's going to be much more in the future promise for that. So if you have any funny ideas for cool commands and messages that are going to be popped out, I definitely learned today that you can actually record and publish clips on Twitch and let those clips, or at least the audio track of that clip, be played. So Rosie, your job now is to generate a funny moment in the stream, singing or laughing or whatever that fits like a very nice situation, and then we record this, and then I'm going to embed this into the Nightbot. That's what we're going to do.
So maybe we also need to hype up the chat, that the chat is forced to do some clipping for us. Would be awesome. So if you see something cool Ronnie is doing,
talking about a hype,
happen quite often. Talking about hype, quite often.
Talking about hyping, hype train is disabled for now. I'm pretty sure about it. I clicked it, but it's going to be activated as well in the future. So yeah, we definitely going to do that in the future as well. But coming back to you, Tom. So you told us a little bit about who you are, what you did. So you're kind of as Phil usually tends to name it, you're one of the dinosaurs in the games industry.
But also wizard.
I would probably call it wizard or experienced veteran. Yeah.
Thanks.
We know what you're doing at Shiny, how you went to the company. What are you doing at the moment? Because I've introduced the viewers a little bit to like that we had a couple of technical issues, that also we weren't able to really generate any new cool development builds over the last couple of days, and it has a little bit to do with the Unity security updates, but primarily it has to do something with FMOD or audio middleware. Can you enlighten us a bit in the most non-technical terms you know? You know, that's hard.
No. Yes, of course. Yes, of course I can.
That's gonna be a new command. No.
Computer said no.
I'm going to keep it really quick. So Unity had a security issue, and they told people to update, and the version where we were running required us to update that, of course. That somehow broke our build system, and it's an interaction of a lot of different things happening. And that's where I'm good at, is digging in and figuring out stuff that just happens behind the scenes. So that's what I've been doing for the last 4 days, more or less. And it's not a complex or time-consuming task. It's just a boring task. Because you have this cloud of computers that build our versions every day. And when they don't work, I have to connect to all of them and go back and figure out what happens on each one instance. So I'm not working on one PC, I'm working on 4 or 5 at the same time.
Mm-hmm. So, I imagine your workspace be like a matrix, like the typical matrix desk where you see like all those monitors and the green digits coming from bottom to the top.
I think I posted one on Discord a while back.
I think so too. I mean, every software company I've worked in couldn't work without a matrix emoji or a GIF. Sooner or later, it's inevitable. Like eating the blue pill. Was it the red pill? I think it's the blue pill.
Yeah, it depends. It depends. I take both and then just space out.
Chat, what pill would you take, by the way, if you would be in the situation of Neo? Would you take the red pill or the blue pill? I think the blue pill was for being released from the Matrix, right?
I don't know.
Let's say the red one is staying in there, the blue pill is getting out of the Matrix.
I just, like I said, I take both and space out for the rest of the week.
Don't do drugs, friends.
Don't do drugs, exactly. Yeah, but right now, no one's to blame. Stuff like this just happens. And it's just behind the scenes stuff that keeps the dev team we have working on the actual game, while I do figure out stuff like that. Because I'm more of the back-end dude. Like I always say, I'm so crappy at art that my triangles have 4 corners, so I just tend to keep away from that. Yeah, And that's why I do all these database and leaderboards and backend stuff. Yeah, you don't really see it, what I'm doing a lot of times, but it has nice consequences, like posting new records on Discord, or soon, hopefully, in this chat, because we're going to get a Twitch chat as well, but yeah, and figure stuff out that way. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people don't know about our Hydrobot yet in detail, right? Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Because Hydrobot definitely needs to find its way into the chat, as you mentioned. What is
So
the Hydrobot?
Hydrobot was an experiment that went live.
Like always.
Happens
Like
from time to time.
like it always happens. So basically, Hydrobot lives in a channel on our Discord, !Discord, someone please. And every time someone beats a record in our backend database, it gets posted to Discord, so you can show off that you're now the fastest player alive. It's still in its infancy, very early, but has a lot of potential. And once we get the big stuff like the demo and maybe early access out of the way, it's going to be really, really cool to interact with that one as well. And hopefully we can just move it here and get Nightbot a companion, and then we can post records or auto post records into chat once they happen.
Oh,
I can't wait for that. That's definitely gonna be an exciting time.
Yeah, that's
so we won't see Ronnie's name very often in the Twitch chat. That's cool.
I don't know. The last couple of times we played, I saw myself very often on first position. I don't know what you were doing.
Actually, I was winning the last cup. Not Phil.
I would say I doubt it, but we can find out as soon as we start playing the tournaments. So, Tom, we are super glad that you, and super happy that you're digging into this, and I can see the custom emoji of your face with the shovel in your hand already in the Twitch chat of like Tom digging. If you wouldn't do any build system fixes at the moment, what were you intentionally planning to do at the moment? I think we talked about something for the achievers.
Yeah.
Which is almost
So I've got, where is it? I put it away. I'm one of the old style guys, so I actually have a physical notepad where I write down stuff, and the list just gets longer and longer.
Are you talking about such a beauty? It's getting full.
I think I have the best. That's mine.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
So a couple of things are in the pipeline right now. Some backend stuff is getting daily news out to people, just to inform them what's happening and maybe change some parameters of the game on the fly, so you don't have to download a new build every time we just change a timer or something like that. And of course, there's the big one, which will be, for now, Steam achievements. I think there's 5 right now that you could get with my fabulous pieces of art that I added to Steam that we need to replace pretty quickly, I think.
But dev art is the best art. I just can remind myself of your trophy with the number 1 written on it in Discord.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah.
It reminds me of all those my parents actually used to. Or actually, it's my mom. My mom is very nostalgic. She doesn't throw any pieces from our childhood away. So she still has sketches from me in like my first couple of school classes of me drawing stuff on paper. So maybe I ask her next time. I'm actually going to be at my parents' place on the weekend. Maybe I ask her to just dig up a couple of these sketches and I take them with me and just show them on next stream or so and suggest them as dev art placements. That might be a good idea. Or not. Let's see. We'll learn about that.
And just like Patch is saying in the chat, like real devs use pink. In Germany, we use magenta to piss off Telecom because they trademarked the color. And there's a lot of games out there that literally use dev art everywhere, and they work fine. But I find it a funny thing to say. So, yeah, that's that. And with achievements is going to come a lot of hunting. I'm a big fan of supporting 100%ers. So I don't think we should have achievements that we're not going to have one day anymore in the game. So you will be able to get that shiny, what is it, a PS5 Platinum trophy that other people build a game to click a button for just for the sake of getting the Platinum trophy.
Patch McBugfix, you can TM a color question mark. Yes, you actually can. I don't know if that's German law specific or if that's actually international law, but I used to work also in web agencies back in the days. And if you use a certain special color, I think they were called Pantone colors, for example. So it's a very special color that you mix up on your own with like to get that exact tone you want. If you can actually come up with such a unique recipe, so to say, for a color, then you can actually trademark that and use it for commercial purposes, so that actually everyone else is not allowed to use it for commercial purposes.
Oh, overall, or just like to a limited percentage in the picture?
So that's tricky. And I must say at this point, that's where my knowledge ends. I used to know that back in the days, but there's trademark legal politics or legal requirements that are basically handling that. So I think as soon as you change a brand up to 33%, it's far away from the original brand so that you can use it. And now you're probably going to ask me, how can you measure a brand change in percent? I have absolutely
How
no
can you
clue.
measure a brand change in percent, Ronnie?
I have absolutely no clue. No, you can actually
let's not
No
go
worries.
down that
let's go
rabbit
not
hole.
down that route, because that is way away from my comfortable, secure place of validated knowledge that I can
I
confirm
just
is
have
true.
a quote I've had from a book called The Sharer Book, because back in the early 2000s, I actually built a couple of sharer projects. And it said, a trademark is only as good as the wallet that's behind it.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
if you can't defend it, it's gone.
Exactly.
So,
mine is empty, so no worries.
XKKK, I think they're using this on the blue seats in the Bundestag. Yes, that's actually true. That's actually true. I've heard about this as well.
Kind of crazy.
So the Bundestag seats actually have their own unique trademark color. So you're not allowed to produce chairs with that color.
So, but I would say let's stop
Complete
talking
nonsense.
about colors. I would like to know maybe also the chat, or I think also, Ronnie, you may have prepared some questions for Tom. If not, I would like to ask one question.
You can definitely go for it. I did, in fact, prepare a couple of questions for you, because I definitely want to play another hot seat round, but go for it.
Yeah, so back in the day, so you're actually a dinosaur as a gamer, but also on the other side of the table as a dev. So when I'm looking back to my younger days, my first platform was a C64. I expect you also had one. What is your favorite game on a C64?
I never had a C64.
Really?
Nope.
Dum.
F it.
But so I started on Atari 7800, got into the NES, and then directly went to a PC, a 286 actually. I did partake in the Atari Amiga wars, but the first game I ever played on a C64 was at a friend's house, and it was called Times of Lore. And after that, it was the almost famous Zack McCracken. So.
Nice.
And what is currently your favorite game? Maybe we break it down, because I know that you have a lot of favorite games. So maybe mobile is one favorite game you have right now, and all the other platforms combined. What is your favorite game?
Mobile, actually, none.
None.
None. It's not
because
favorites.
I'm asking this specifically because you actually showed me one mobile game.
You mean the tower?
Yeah, the tower. And I thought
Yeah.
that you're still playing the tower. So I
Uh,
assume it's your favorite game on mobile when you're still
uh,
playing it.
yeah, I'm still playing it as a idle game. So I don't know how much playing it is, but I was more intrigued by the mechanics it uses
Hmm.
than the actual game itself.
It's also an auto battler, right? Kind of.
Kind
Kind
of.
of.
Yeah.
It's nice, it's good, and it's been there for a long time. But let's take everything except mobile, and I think that changes with age. But to be honest, the age gap is that big. The first favorite one was the original Super Mario Brothers, which I've been playing for 3 decades now. And then the next comer up is A Link to the Past, which I've also been playing for 2.5 decades now, something around that.
Yeah.
And it's the old classics, and I think they're coming back with a lot of remakes these days.
Would also be cool, chat, if you may share your favorite games of all time.
Yeah, let us know what your
That we
favorite
can have
games are.
some inspiration.
Definitely interested in it.
But
Patch McBuffys is writing the best Zelda. I can totally agree to that. Or I must say, my favorite game. I mean, it's a very good game. It's not my favorite Zelda game, because my favorite game, I mentioned this in one of the last streams as well, is Zelda Ocarina of Time. But definitely, A Link to the Past has a special place in my heart as well. I'm just a big fan of the Zelda series in general.
but
They've made history with
They've made history.
everyone. Like, how far are we along now? 27, 28 Zeldas? Depending on which ones you count. There's the CDI versions we will not talk about.
No one does. What's the I version?
Yeah,
But it's
it was
crazy.
so
So
funny.
when you think that Zelda Link to the Past is nearly 30 years old or over 30 years old, and you're still playing it, what are you doing? Is it like speed running, or is it like setting up your own personal challenges, also for like Mario?
So Mario was always about speedrunning. I think personally, Super Mario, the first one, created more or less the speedrunning scene and made it popular, which is about being fast and being precise and thinking about how games work. A Link to the Past and a lot of the Zelda games, OOT, Ocarina of Time, also has this. People have reverse engineered these games and just said, like, if we place all the items randomly, it's going to be a new game every time. Like in the last stream, you were asked, Ronnie, how did it go? I guess if you could forget about one game, which one would it be?
Yeah.
And you instantly answered Ocarina of Time. And these randomizers do exactly that.
Mm-hmm.
They change the game in a way that you have to experience it again, and you can do
Yeah.
that over and over and over again. And that's just amazing how these people put so much of their private life into keeping these games alive.
Wasn't there also
That's
like I don't know if it's a retail available version or if it's just like a mod or something, but wasn't there a Zelda part also called Master Quest or something like that that basically exactly does that? So like every time it randomizes the item in every chest you can find? Was that Ocarina of Time or was that?
Yeah, the Master Quests was
Am I mixing that up
in
now?
the very first Zelda. There was a little screw up content wise. So only half of the cartridge was filled with The Legend of Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
So the developers thought, like, hey, we can put a second version on that. If you finish the first one, you can play the second one.
Yeah.
And that was the first Master Quest kind of thing. Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask have Master Quest images on CD. If you've got those back in the days.
Probably still lying around somewhere here. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I just need to dig it up.
Same here. It hangs around here and does stuff. How is AXEC? Is it AXEC? Because
Yeah.
I'm
XKKK is kind of not the best wording in Germany.
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky. I was not sure about it, but I assume it's exec, but I'm not sure. Wow,
And let me just grab this for a second.
Because
he said I look like a Nintendo boy.
And now you're becoming the Nintendo boy.
Now comes the fancy, the nerd stuff.
Oh,
love that.
I am a Nintendo boy.
Yeah.
So
for real. Good old SNES.
And you're also building your own games, right? Those game cards you can build on your own.
Yeah. So this has an SD card, and I can put legal copies of cartridges I own onto it and preserve the originals. Because everyone knows putting the cartridges in the consoles damages them.
And I'm also sorry for the new generation that they're never going to experience to blue out those game cards. Know what I mean? By taking them out and like put them into the console.
Yeah,
or to rubbing on CDs, or cleaning CDs,
cleaning those cartridges like playing a pan flute. That was our jam back in the days. The same like rolling up. What was it? Like using a pencil and rolling up.
Your Walkman, Walkman cassette.
Yeah, your Walkman, basically. That was the good stuff back in the days.
So you're already considered a legend, yeah, by exec, Tom, because you're still holding your Nintendo. You're already a legend.
So that was my Super Nintendo. That's not the original one. I'm not gonna grab it, but I actually own the Nintendo Entertainment System I bought as a kid, and I still have it here on my desk and play it.
Nice.
So yeah.
I also did prepare something because I knew we were talking about consoles that have a little bit of a legacy status. So I digged up one thing, not all of the things, but I have plenty of consoles in my board. Do you remember this beauty? The Sega Master System 2. And I think I also have one cartridge left for it, which is Sonic the Hedgehog. Which don't ask me which game it is. So in terms of like what Sonic game it is, I don't know if it was the first Sonic game or if there was games before. But I think it was the first. And also that soundtrack lives in my head rent-free for a while now. And also that console and also Nintendo consoles. N64 I still have in my shelf here next to me. There's all those funky stuffs. Okay, so
one thing I need to show as well. It's not a console, but it seems like I'm a bit blurry.
Yeah, your camera quality is going a bit down.
Yeah. So I think no one will recognize it except Phil. That's a Studio Ghibli collector's box, a piece of art containing a lot of very awesome movies, very thick, very awesome.
It's his jam.
And yeah, that's and I'm happy to have it.
I'm actually a little bit jealous. I always thought about getting this myself, but I've never got it. So Tom, since we are a big fans of asking like cool, nice questions that we can immediately fire away and ask, I've prepared a couple of questions for you as well. So it's time to play a little hot seat round before we jump into Tidal Rush and play it a bit. Unfortunately, like I said, a couple of broken builds this week, a little bit of technical issues, so we don't have any crazy new stuff on the demo to show you, but I hope still, because it's so much fun, I hope everyone on the chat is still joining us in the play sessions later on. For now, Tom, I have a couple of questions for you. Question 1, if you could only eat one color of food for the rest of your life, which color would it be?
Yellow.
What would be the worst movie to watch on a first date?
40 Reasons to Break Up.
Yeah, that's a good one. If you had a boat, what ridiculous name would you give it?
I can't say the one because Patch is in the chat, but I'm going to go with Titanic Reborn.
Or just put a number behind the name that everyone knows, okay, there were 2 boats before it.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
Bodie McBoatface would have been too obvious.
I actually saw that one the other day. Which emoji do you overuse the most?
I use ASCII emojis, so it's colon dash close parentheses.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's going to take a while.
That's definitely going to take a while, and I probably need to think about that after the stream once again. What's the funniest Wi-Fi name or password that you can think of right now?
Nicht lustig, which is mine, which means not funny in German.
It's one of my former neighbors. No, actually, my current Wi-Fi name at the moment is na 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 Batland. So if we have something for singing and clipping, that's now the thing, as an homage to the Batman soundtrack.
I
but
think
I had
one
all
of
sorts
my
of
neighbors
funny
has the FBI surveillance one.
Okay, which one? And this is a very special one, like especially tailored for you. Which one is your or what is one of your best speedrun accomplishments?
I almost got Super Mario Brothers in under 5 minutes. I'm so close. And the
5
target
minutes.
is 5 minutes. And
But that
below.
is like with all the glitches you can probably imagine, right? Or is there a legit way to end the game in 5 minutes?
Yeah, that's pretty legit. So it's any percent, no major glitches, and the world record is 456 and something.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm too old for that.
Yeah, with
Even with muscle memory, no.
the fingers are getting a little bit rusty after the while, right? It's, happening
Yeah.
to me as well. I tried to play Valorant the other day with my nephews, and I got humbled very, very quickly of how old I became. A couple of
There's 454 and something. Yeah.
454 is the record, but the 5 minute mark is insane. Absolutely. 5 minutes is really crazy. I don't even know how to achieve that, but I probably need to watch a couple of videos then.
I don't count all the runs, but
Mhm.
I'm over 2,000 or 3,000 attempts. So
Wow, that's insane.
it just takes time. And
okay, couple of developer friendly questions, because I couldn't hold myself back of coming up with a couple of them. If code had a smell, what would JavaScript smell like?
diarrhea.
I somehow expected such an answer.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's fair.
It's hot seat. First thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, it's fine. It's that's why we're playing it. It tells people also a lot about you, and we learn a lot about more you, which I don't know if we want to learn that. Would you rather have to type everything on a computer with oven mitts on, or only be able to use to code using voice commands?
I'm going to go the Star Trek Scotty route. Computer voice commands.
Commands. What's the funniest error message you've ever
That
seen?
just triggered my Alexa. Sorry.
No worries. You're not afraid of anyone listening?
Nah. No, but I rigged my Alexa to respond to computer, so
I see. That's a good one. What's the funniest error message you have ever seen?
I think it's a meme. There's been an error. You're dying now, kind of thing. Widely translated, and the bad thing was it was on a health insurance page when you tried to log out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, really, really weird.
Such weird things. Yeah, I saw also over the last couple of years, like all the software companies I've worked at, there's so many crazy stuff happening. My favorite one was error, and the description of the error, the error description message was just error. So it's error. Thanks for nothing. Which programming language would make the worst roommate?
That's a tricky one. I'd guess white space because you'd never see him.
Ba-bum.
Okay, last one, then I think we're gonna play a couple of sessions. I think people are really hot to also join and challenge us, especially now after all the stick pokes that Rosie did about him winning the next Grand Prix. I think especially Patch McBogfix is really waiting for his chance. So last question. Imagine your keyboard only had 3 keys left. Which ones would you keep? Now comes the time when everyone knows it's tabs, not spaces.
Nah, I really couldn't answer that. I'd rather have just the entire keyboard black instead.
No, I'm usually taking it easy. Yeah, that's true. All right, then it's time. Thanks for playing with us today. That was a very funny round.
I have one question left. Since
it.
you are the IT wizard and the founder of Twitch, why is my camera so blurry? I tried everything. Maybe the chat already have seen it, that I turn it on and off multiple times. It looks good in the other window for the collaboration pop-up, but I don't know why it's so blurry. Ronnie, is it your fault? Did you do something?
I didn't do anything. I have switched off everything I can, which could potentially consume consume my internet connection. But if I'm looking at the live stream, so at the preview, everything looks okay-ish. So it might be a local problem on your end.
He's just trying to have Pixel Rosie established as a chat emote.
And,
Okay.
And maybe Exec has a point there. I just want to focus on my beauty, except yours. That's fair.
Okay. Okay.
It might be just your internet connection. You are still living in Brandenburg, don't forget. So Brandenburg has the
I think I'm way faster
habit
than
of
you.
ruining internet connections. All right.
Okay, cool.
With that being said, let's hop into the tech demo, shall we? Are you gonna play on the Steam Deck?
You've asked for it.
Beautiful. I've asked for it. I want it. Everyone wants it. Right, then let's hop into the game. Everyone in the chat, feel free, if you haven't done so, download the tech demo really quickly. It's not that big, so you should still make it. Or to the next round. Let's see. I'm gonna hop into my gameplay overview, see what I'm actually doing. Go and can start. Let me know, chat, by the way, if the music or the sound is too loud or anything like that. It's still a little bit fiddling around with. Especially now that I'm on a different PC today. Sometimes a little bit tricky to find out like what the exact perfect amount of volume level is. All right, I'm gonna host, and I am going to hold. Here we go, and I'm gonna play with our good old friend JDJ. Play my black and golden jet ski. I love that one. A little bit too loud, so my sound is a little bit too loud. That's easy. I can turn it down. I don't know. Exactly. How about now? Reduced it just a notch. Or is it us being too quiet, or is the game audio too loud? That's the big question now.
Do we can get a full lobby? Would be awesome.
I'm waiting for a full lobby. Always.
Oh, so the in-game audio was too loud. Okay.
Oh, there's 7. One more. Let us. Good. No, the in-game audio was too loud. All right. Beautiful.
We need to change this to 16. Oops.
To be safe.
Did I say that loud? Sorry.
I think you did say that loud. That's okay. You sound always beautiful. That's very kind of you to say, Exer. Thank you very much. Does camera quality look like Minecraft? No, that's actually his real face. You just don't know.
Yeah.
We just put his camera usually through a lot of quality filters to improve the quality. That's the real life camera now.
Nope.
And there we have our clip. I was waiting for that. Beautiful. Okay, then I would say if no one else wants to join, we can start the first round. Hop into it.
I also has to say that I don't know, but Exec is quite prominent in the chat and always attending to our streams. Maybe we also need to invite him, but we can discuss this later. To the daily build, maybe.
Of course, Exec, if you want to play the development builds, or if you want to become a more active member of the community, you can always join our community, give us feedback. You can also formally apply for being a Twitch moderator, so you can use more commands in the chat if you want. There's plenty of opportunities to work together with our lovely friends. Why not?
Okay, let's go.
Let's go for
And
it.
you also have more often the chance to kick Ronnie's ass.
And you can use kick commands. That's always a good one.
As well.
All right. Pixel face. Let's see what you can do. Oh, my input is not working. That's a bummer. Why is my controller not working?
There, and that's the first excuse.
Ah, here we go. It works. Starting it off and on again. Beautiful. Starting on a very last position. Hopping into a lovely... That's actually the first time that I got our autopilot item on stream. I don't know if everyone has ever seen that on stream. Lovely UFO. Let's see Bill and Vin fighting again. Got it again. Ooh. There's so much happening at the moment in the background, everyone out there. You will be excited about the next updates. Tracks really have made a lot of progress. Collision interactions are now in the game. The multiplayer UI looks much better. Grand Prix is coming soon. So that's gonna be an exciting one. Blue torpedo incoming.
Guys.
Or no.
Actually, no, we haven't. That's a very good thing where you can maybe share or shed a little bit of light onto. What's TrueBots?
Yeah, so TrueBots is a small company that started training machine learning bots for us to compete against humans, which isn't the LLMs like ChatGPT or something, but they're actually using reinforcement learning to train bots. And I've seen a video yesterday of their current results, and it's hilarious because these bots use entirely different techniques to win the game compared to a human. So
they're driving backwards, or what's that? What's those entire different?
they take entirely different tracks and racing lines.
Interesting. Okay.
They snake a lot, and it seems the optimal strategy for them is to only use the first level of boost compared to the higher levels of boost. So they do a lot of tiny boosts versus
Come on! Come on!
See ya. That's how one blue torpedo can ruin your life.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, almost made it to the first place. So close.
And again, Ronnie only wins because the weapon chance table still needs to be fixed.
No, I'm just banking on boosts when I'm falling behind.
Yeah.
That's my strategy, and it usually works out. But not this time. Kev showed me my place. Yeah, so that's gonna be. If it's working with the true guys, the true bots guys. We call it the true guys. The true guys, what they are doing. If that's working, if that's gonna work, then this is gonna be a really, really cool achievement for the game as well. Making bot behavior so much better.
Do you want to stay in this round, or do we want to hop over? I know it's going to be excluding chat, but we could jump into the current daily build with all the bug mayhem it has.
I would say let's have
one
one last round. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's go one more round in the tech mode, then we're good, and then we can show you a little bit of what's happening in the daily build. That's fine.
Yeah.
Nightbot just blocked Skepsology because he was using too many emojis.
Oopsie daisy.
Owned.
Interesting. Okay, that's one very good case of us or me configuring Nightbot properly, because you shouldn't be able to be kicked out just by repeating a lot of emojis.
So, Shiny Phil, can you please confirm the race that we can start?
Okay, I actually didn't know that was a thing. Sorry.
Oh, then you're missing out on so much. I always forget that you don't.
Nightbot
You
timed out
haven't been
Switzerland.
streaming for so long, so.
Nightbot timed out
Stop.
Switzerland for 600 seconds. I'm so sorry, Ben.
I think we also need to introduce something like this in Slack or so.
Yeah, but then I would be kicked out all the time because I'm using emojis quite often.
Oh, thank you.
Ah, capstoning my item box.
There you go.
For 600 seconds. That is a mean one. Thank God it was a machine and not one of us. We're not excluding anyone here.
Actually, Ronnie is Nightbot.
I'm actually Nightbot. Yeah. Nobody knows, but I'm actually Nightbot.
Also, always sounds like a hero name or so. My name is Nightbot.
No,
Nightbot.
Ah, Giza. I think the Giza timing is a bit off. Always either too fast, or the Giza timing is just a tiny bit off. If I was dropping all those mines, you can keep them.
Yeah, I think it's Kevin.
Ooh. Oh, three.
Thank you for the blue.
Ah.
No.
Ah. No.
Bring me the radio!
Did he overtook you? Yeah, he did. Look at the time difference. Oh, it's actually not that close. He did actually overtook you quite a bit. And that's why Patch McBugfix won the tournament and not you.
Yeah, but
Just
but
put
I
some
was
salt in the wound.
dominating. I was dominating on 2 tracks, and then the last one, I would say, technical issue, maybe caused by someone in the art department. I don't know.
Wasn't really trying there either. Yeah, that sounds like a Patch McBugfix. I was right behind you and it looked quite chilled.
So, guys, do we want to switch?
Yes.
Do we want to switch to the daily build?
Yes, I'm gonna quickly switch into the daily build. That means the chat is just gonna see, or everyone in the stream is just gonna see a black screen for a second here. That good.
Just to make the other folks jealous.
Make everyone jump. Good work in a tiny second again. Here we go. And this time I will turn down my sound effects volume a tiny bit. It's gonna be better.
8 lever all boosts.
Lynn is asking for an 8 level all boost. Oh my god.
No, not all boosts. Random items, random items, random items.
Oh, who did activate 16 players on multiplayer? Yeah, so this is actually where the new stuff kicks in, everyone. So if you haven't seen this, the host the game session is slightly changed. So not only did we increase the power levels from 50, 100, and 150 cc to 500, 1000, and 1500 cc. So everything became a bit faster, a bit more powerful. Because we're not running lawnmowers here, we are running actual sports engines. But we also have Grand Prix playable in the game. So the question is, are we going to show this now? Or are we going to play?
I would say let's wait for the next stream.
Yeah,
because maybe the next stream is going to be a Grand Prix stream. Maybe also Exec can join with his key. So Exec, would be awesome. Join our Discord. Drop a message that we can send over the specific key that you can also join the daily build.
Oh, sorry, Vin actually opened the lobby already, so here we go. Right, then we maybe, if the random track voting is on our side, gonna have a look into a couple of the new tracks and see the updates. As you can see, also a couple of things I mentioned in the last stream, I think, like the joining the lobby, the entire appearance of the lobby changed a bit. Also the logic behind it, how you start a game, how you select a track, how people fly in. So that's the way how they fly in. Whoop. That looks actually quite funny with 16 players on the screen. It's hilarious. And Destiny's on our side. We play Shadowstone Cavern once.
1,500.
Vin, good to have you back, by the way, in the chat. And sorry for being kicked. That was, I think, Nightbot not enjoying you using a lot of emojis there. It was not intended.
Cheesh is spending mines.
Cheesh. Oh, it's Chesh. Didn't we solve that riddle already?
No, for me it's Cheech.
Cheech.
Like from Cheech and Chong.
Oh.
I know that you have like green stuff going on.
The torpedoes, get away from me. Holy shit. That was that was Vin sitting on a couple of boosts.
Oh, there's a blue one coming.
That's fresh and warm for Vin, I would say. I think I saw Vin's name on it.
Actually, it would be funny if there was the name on the blue torpedo.
There's a holographic display above the power. Yeah, so you might also see a little difference in here as well in this current build, Oopsie Daisy. And also the new collision interactions and collision animations got into the game as well. So now when you bump into another character or another jet ski, you will actually get shaken a bit. And this also varies, I think, depending on what character size class you play. So since we are aiming for 3 different size classes here, big, small, and medium character, it's also going to be in use for these characters and dependent on those. I think I fired my red torpedo right ahead of Finn. 8 rounds. Finn, what have you done?
Are you son of a flabbergasting flabbergaster?
Flubber. Get the geezer.
I've seen that you missed the item.
I did, but I wanted to get the geezer. That's my.
And you also want to get the blue one.
And I wanted to get the blue one. Yeah, that's all. That's all part of my big plan. And I wanted to get that mine. Oops. You can get those. Oh god, who placed all the mines? There you go. And we also have a new shield item in place. Da, 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 da. Yeah, so tournament mode next week. I'm very excited for that. This is gonna mean many more races and much more competition and much more hatred against each other. Can't wait for it. Who's throwing all those blue torpedoes at me? Go away.
The 8 players in the back. If you think about it.
It makes an insane amount of sense. Easy. I'm a little bit disappointed that we actually don't play 8 laps on all boosts. It would have been such a typical Vin thing to do. Okay, how on planet Earth did Vin just skip the blue torpedo? I don't know, but we all knew that Vin is cheating from day one.
Are you talking real Vin or bot?
No, I'm talking about real Vin. I could have made a bet that Vin just somehow survived the hit of a blue torpedo directly hitting. I mean, I have it on stream. I can always look it up. Torpedoes. And another blue torpedo. Where did you come from?
Or completely slowed down. Or
Ah. They can't. Why on God's greatest earth? I always. I knew it. I knew it.
yes!
That mine was so personal.
I just wanted to come in front of you.
I just saw you. I just saw you and saw you coming closer and have that mine next to you, and I was like, yeah, that's gonna be mine for sure. Son of a.
You son of a biscuit eater.
Yeah,
That
son
was
of a
quite
biscuit
good.
eater. That was a good run. That's a good run. That was a vicious mine indeed. That is definitely evil. Boop, 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 boop. And all the bots disappearing. That's nice. Right. I would say, looking at the time, we have officially come to an end. I think it's time to close the stream. It was once again a big pleasure of having you guys here. Thanks for joining us this time, Tom. Hope you had a blast as well.
Been a blast. Let's hit Mega again with the
hit
raid, I'd
Megatron.
say.
Let's definitely do it. She's streaming at the moment. Is she online?
Yeah, she's online.
So maybe you can explain the procedure, Ronnie, about raiding someone.
Yeah, it's super easy. So in general, what we do at the end, because we also want to support other streamers, especially the smaller ones. Obviously, we don't raid anyone who has like 100,000 followers. We're gonna look up another streamer who's currently streaming. Me, Megatron is the one we are gonna join in a few seconds. I'm gonna initiate the raid. Everyone who stays in the chat is gonna join us, or at least if you can click on that button. You're gonna confirm that you join us, and Twitch is basically taking you over into that stream. And when we do that, we usually post a raid message. So quick question to the chat. What rate message are we going to post to be Megatron? We shall take over the grid. Is that your suggestion for a rate message, Tom?
Yeah, because Mega is a huge Tron fan,
Mhm.
and Tron coming out, Tron Ares have come out just recently.
Alrighty, then let's take. We shall take over the
Yeah,
grid.
for the users is also good.
For the users is also a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the users is even better. Win-wins
Okay.
for the
Win-wins.
users.
Okay, then we go for the
For the
users.
users.
For the users, shall we do that with an exclamation mark, like really shouting it out? Do we have a nice emoji for that we can even add to the? Let me see. Why not using the megaphones? Why not? I think there's also an emoji from Megatron, isn't it? Global one. So that's the rate message we're going to use for the users.
Copy pasted.
Copy paste that, prepare it in your own chat. I'm going to initiate the raid in a split second.
But we still need to talk because there's a countdown for the raid, or can you start the raid right away?
I can start it. Theoretically, I can start it right away, but I want to give, obviously, the chance to people to join us in the raid.
Yes.
But I can,
Please join us.
as soon as I see fit, we can definitely do that. So,
Awesome.
me,
Awesome
Megatron,
stream, guys.
definitely awesome stream. Thanks for being
Even
here,
with a blurry
everyone.
face.
Even with the blurry face, I think we have a lot of material that we can use. We have songs being sang, oh my god,
Song sing.
song sang. We have pixelated, blurred out rosy faces. We have everything we need. We have blocked our own team members. That was definitely a legacy chat. All right, so I started the raid, so you all should now see the countdown in the chat. Thanks everyone. Thanks for joining. And see you in the next episode next Tuesday.
Yes.
Have a good one,
Have a
guys.
good one.
See you.
See you.
Was
Bye
it
bye.
last?
We have 9 viewers ready to raid, and I think I will not wait until the end of the countdown.
Yes.
Push this there right away.
Hit the button. Hit the button. Hit the button. Hit the button.
See you everyone. Bye bye.
Bye bye.